up to give Scott a hand with all homegrown. So let's get it. So it's only been like it's been over a month, I'm pretty sure. But as you can see, there's been progress made in that month. They've got front motor plates mocked up, tabs are welded in. Cross member has been modified. Firewall piece is just chilling in there right now. Transmission, cross member, welded in and done. And then the rear motor plate tabs, also done. They've been getting a little bit more work done on their stuff than I have been on my stuff, which is good, because at least one of us is getting closer to being done. On today's agenda, we are going to build the crossbar to go across the front, because that's going to just help us in finishing the firewall fabrication and floor fabrication, and still got to do the kickers in the rear, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and finish getting stuff prepped, get the GoPro rolling, and get to cracking. Wow, that's f***ing sweet. Methanol carburetor. All homegrown's gonna have himself a alcohol problem. A bit of a drinker. Ja. Be a good day when the first bar you cut fits like it's supposed to. We're gonna go ahead and get that loud ass compressor fired up, get the edges cleaned up, and bust out the Avenger and get that thing burnt in there. Go. Crossbar in, burnt in.
How fast is it gonna go? I don't know, 8 seconds? An 8? That way when you go out and run a 620. At least you got to run.
Yeah. Till they kick you out. Now that the crossbar is welded in, we're gonna go ahead and move on to getting the rack mounted. And I've got center of the vehicle marked and center of the rack marked. But the brackets they send with are quite long, and obviously we don't want it that far off, so Scott's gonna go ahead and take the bracket off the rack so we can set the rack up and figure out exactly how far, because ideally I want it to be lined up pretty much even with the mounting point for the outer tie rod. So, yeah, we're gonna get these spots cleaned up, get that bracket marked and shortened down, and hopefully at least get the rack in and go from there. Cut off wheel.
Yeah, that's what the only way it's gonna happen.
Trying to figure out the exact angle of the dangle. Got the first bracket marked. Okay, it's gonna go ahead and get that cut. We're gonna get one side marked, remeasure, double measure, triple measure, and then get our other one fabbed up. Race car stuff.
A few moments later.
Alright, so, just to break a dot, we've got a rack tacked in place. Oh, we had to shorten the mount that they sent on that side and this one. But she's clamped in. We've cycled the steering both ways from stop to stop. The only thing we do need to do is, with this bump steer kit, the inner tie rods are actually too long to get these adjusted, because you have adjustment here at the heim, and then you also have adjustment here. But with the rack set up the way it is right now, even with them adjusted all the way in, it's still towed out in the front. So what we're going to do is probably take about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch off of the inner tie rods to get the bump steer kit to screw on farther, and then we will actually just use the adjustment at the heim to get set our toe perfect. And we're not going to set toe perfect today, but we are probably going to trim the inner tie rod so we can get it somewhat close. And then I don't know if it's going to happen today, but clearly you can see with the rack, we are going to have to pull the motor and then half moon notch that and weld in a chunk of pipe to reinforce it so that way the steering shaft can get through. But she's going to be a tight squeeze, but this guy, even, it should still have about 1/8 of an inch clearance from the pan. And that's not going to change because it's plated. So steering is half, I'd say half of the way to the column. Got the inner crossbar in. Getting shit done. Good amount of work did today. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'll set her down with a rack and pinion in place. Just like that, we got some steering going on. Making moves over here. Not bad for a Sunday's worth of work. Crossbar and rack and pinion, all but completely installed.